It worked. We're live. Everything's here. Welcome, everyone.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening indeed. Welcome back to the world of Cairne, episode 5 of the Phantom Veil. Glad to see you all back. Ready to go. This should be very interesting. We left off on quite the cliffhanger.
Oh, yeah.
Would anyone like to bring us up to speed briefly?
I could take a quick shot at it.
Go for it.
Quick shot at it. We actually didn't cover a tremendous amount of ground in the last episode. We picked up after having defeated a truly dire spirit, a malignant, one of the worst available in Cairne to oppose you. We survived. We were badly wounded, so we attempted to get a long rest in. That mostly went okay until a new and sneaky monster attempted to drive Master Miss and I insane. Didn't work on Genesis. It kind of did work on Listener, though, unfortunately. So now he's a little crazy. He didn't want to communicate in words because he felt himself being spied on, but that didn't stop us. We pressed forward. We spoke to some spirits briefly. And then Az led us directly into conflict.
Yet another malignant.
Yes. Fortunately, Az is beast mode 24/7 these days. I think we made it 2 rounds, maybe 3 rounds into combat of this thing ducking through the solid stone and Listener trying to stab it with an ephemeral sword. Az just reached out, grabbed it, and turned him into a scythe.
Yeah.
We loved that. Everybody enjoyed that. That was great. So I have a malignant scythe now. We pushed onwards in that same direction and came to a doorway. The doorway appeared to be emblazoned with the mark of the god of the Becht, whose name I forget.
Goin.
Goin, there we go. Human god, god of scholarship, so on and so forth. Within the doorway was a very unusual creature, massively tall, deeply blighted, just like everything else we seem to run across, but possessing wide, beautiful wings, though they are falling somewhat to rot now.
I have a lovely visual for you, speaking of.
Yes, please, show the people at home what we have won.
There you go.
So, that guy is standing in that doorway, and we have attracted its attention. And that's about where we left off. We're not in combat yet. I think many of us would prefer to not be in combat at all, given that we have a collective deficit of a couple hundred hit points right now.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yes.
That's
Talons and glowing yellow eyes, and I've been calling him Bird Boy.
Bird Boy works.
So, some suspicions were had. We did see, long ago, at the very beginning of this adventure, a statue in the likeness of such a creature within the Temple to the Antecedent Mother.
The Lost Temple of Rokana.
Yes, the Lost Temple of Rokana, in specifically a room housing the corpses of the final champions of several gods.
The Martyrs. And within this statue that looked like Bird Boy were several hearts.
Like a lot of hearts.
He had
Which
a lot of
does
love
not-
to give.
We didn't know exactly what was up with that, but I have a feeling we're about to find out.
Sacrifice! Sacrifice!
Who are we offering? No, I'm not.
Blood for the blood god!
Let's not let you guys turn
No,
on
I don't
each
think
other.
we have one of those.
Not let you guys turn on each other just yet. You don't have the blood god, but you do have that one particular pact group.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
There's somebody around to take blood if we're trying to get rid of it.
So, that was an excellent recap. And yes, we are indeed stepping into potential danger. This towering aberration of what was once divine and beautiful steps forth with its wings expanded, dripping foul ichor onto the strange ghostly floor before it. And it moves up and just stands in the doorway as if waiting for something.
Okay.
Do I recognize it?
And this, I will give you a chance if you want to give me like a religion roll. I'll give you a chance. It's going to be pretty hard because it doesn't look anything like you would have known it to be. If you want.
Pretty good.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
With a 0 bonus, that's about as high as he was getting.
That's not bad at all. So, I'm going to say that you're going to have a sneaking suspicion that this either is in a very twisted form or is somehow associated with one of the initial 12 seraphic creatures that the gods imbued with the power to help create Cairne on a more minutia level. If that's the case, then this is something ancient, immortal, and at one time divine. But you can't determine which one it is. That it's desiccated far beyond recognition.
Somebody important.
Yes, I believe I've seen a statue to him. Although the statue was in a little better shape.
Didn't that statue back at the Lost Temple of Rokana contain hearts in it?
Oh yes, several I remember.
Saoirse looks nervous.
All temples contain the hearts of its people.
No, as these were literal hearts.
Yes, it was
She
quite a
says
tall
to the-
statue as well.
She says to the elf,
No, he predates all that stuff.
I think the tree would like to have a word
Oh, the
about your
tree was
hang-up
much
with
worse.
coronary dedication. I do believe their culture donates not only the heart but the entire body? Question mark.
In that one case, but that was pretty exclusive in that moment. They weren't real big on halfling sacrifices until the queen lost her mind.
Wait,
But I think that's the only
Halfling
thing
sacrifice.
this generation would know about. Like,
but the halflings are our best friends. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Az doesn't know about all that yet.
I know.
Oof.
Yeah, he's missed the. Yeah, this is what we would know about, but he would be like, "What? Huh?" Yeah.
As a precaution, before I do the thing I usually do, is it the sort of creature for which communicating with it is a fatal act?
Well,
That sounds
so
like a good sign.
at the beginning there were 12.
It's a reasonable number.
Yeah. That kind of looks like one of them.
Well, it hasn't attempted to slay us yet.
If it wanted to, we'd be dead.
Oh, good.
Remember that time that I said we can't be here?
Every moment, the amount that we can be here grows smaller and smaller.
That's one of the.
Very well. If my consciousness is thoroughly blown out of my body for this, plant me in the soil and we'll see what grows. I would like to attempt to communicate with the creature, Church.
Alright. You're reaching out with your psychic tendrils of sensation.
Yes, I'm trying to do so very politely in this instance, but that's what I'm doing.
So, have you ever heard about the concept that the reason why dogs freak out over snakes is because snakes don't have a scent?
I might have heard that, yeah.
And it's freakish to them because everything else is such a vibrant, sensory concept for them. They associate things with a smell, right? And so to see something moving and not have that sensation come from them, it's just mind-blowing, right? You're having a moment like that as you reach out to this creature. It's like it's not there. You can sense it with your physical senses, but your communicative senses, your psychic senses, it's just empty space.
I'm afraid it's another one of those. They are very disconcerting. No, whatever creature this is, no matter how powerful, there doesn't appear to be a mind in there.
He's so dumb.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, outside voice?
I'm sorry. I mostly expect things to have some sort of consciousness. You understand? If I'm very dedicated to the cause, I can speak to a tree, so it's very unusual to see something in the shape of an organic, at the very least.
Protecting one's mind and shielding one's consciousness is the first trick that any being of sufficient power is going to learn.
If there are lower life forms than you, there are higher life forms than you.
But you understand that when I attempt to communicate with a higher life form, it's not absent so much as unimaginable. If I can speak successfully to the spirits of a god, I would hope that whatever creature this is would still be available. But no, this is merely empty space.
It doesn't occur to you that maybe it doesn't want to be?
If it is more powerful and can simply remove its very intellect from the web of being...
As he's saying that, I would like to do this.
Uh-oh.
I can't do... Why can I do the thing? Hang
Mask
on.
of obscurity.
Yeah.
No,
As
but the
he's saying
trick
that.
is that doesn't exactly work on me.
I know that it may not exactly function the way that I'm intending to, but just for effect, I would like to turn that on.
I'm not here right now.
Yeah. just hello. We're talking about removing your consciousness or your perception from other people. Look what I can do.
Oh, yeah.
I think the last time I
time I
made the
did-
check on that, I got like 24-hour immunity.
Yeah. So,
Did you?
real quick,
Where is that?
as you guys are communicating all this amongst yourselves,
Yes.
this thing with this leathery sounding creak and a popping of joints takes one large step down the stairs, and you can hear it, just this creak, doom, as its foot hits the ground, and this dust kind of kicks up, and this ethereal mist swirls and eddies around it. The echo continues to drop off of it as it creakingly slow, painfully slow, turns its head to observe you all. And as it nears closer, just by that one step, you can feel this overwhelming, permeating sense of presence emanating from this creature. Just being this close to it, it's like finding a toenail of God. Everybody needs to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
You got it.
I don't see that roll in the chat at all.
Which roll?
For the Mask of Obscurity being invoked at all last session.
It was actually the one before, because you had it on when we first ran underground, and I had to make an int check to see through it and spot that you were here.
And it's not been 24 hours since I was engulfed in the illusion?
Nah, it's been maybe like 10, because we had one fight and then a long rest.
I will say, technically, it's been more than 24 hours. It doesn't seem like it.
Ah, Spirit Realm shenanigans.
Spirit Realm shenanigans.
Wisdom, you said?
Wisdom, yes, please.
Yes.
Everybody.
Ooh,
Oof.
No. No.
Big oof.
That wasn't as terrible as I thought it was. Okay, good.
Wow. Guys, these rolls.
We are coming in under the DC. I can feel it.
Listen,
Yeah.
I tried.
Let's see here. Where is he? I'll pull up Wilhelm and we can roll for him too.
Here, I'll pull up his sheet. I'll pilot a Wilhelm for a minute.
There we go. Perfect.
His wisdom is pretty good. Yeah, his wisdom's pretty good.
His wisdom's pretty good. Okay.
Dang.
So, everybody but Wilhelm, as this huge hulking monstrosity of decay and strangeness moves closer to you, and this aura kind of overwhelms your senses, each of you kind of involuntarily kind of shy back, and you begin to kind of tremble fearfully, like you are intimidated and scared of this thing. Everyone except for Wilhelm.
Yes, of course.
Well, we had a long rest last time, didn't we?
I believe you did.
Yeah.
I'm going to re-roll my wisdom then, because I actually have Abdominal, and I get it back after a long rest.
Yeah, go for it.
Damn it!
Rip!
It was worth the try.
Oh man, jeez.
So, yeah, you guys, I'll let you react from there. It's just kind of like scanning you over, like the head turning real slow, clicking and popping as the neck bones disjoint and move.
Now, I think Wilhelm gets advantage on checks that he is educated in. Is that right?
I believe so, yes.
Like int-based checks that fall under his education. I'm gonna have him make a religion check.
Okay.
Because, like, on the basis of Az making some comments, he may well have read about these in some of the earlier, like, historical religious texts of Cairne.
That's fair.
Guys, we shouldn't be here.
So, what does Wilhelm know?
Not much more than has been said already, honestly. With that role, especially.
Yeah. Okay, listener.
Oh, it's like Az is talking about like the Archangel Michael.
Yeah.
And if he's like, yeah, he's right there. He's that guy. And everyone's like, what are you fucking talking about? That's a myth from a book.
Az is on the old lore nonsense right now. Wilhelm was born this century.
So,
He's also, ironically, the closest.
Genesis is slowly backing up, as I can see. Is anyone else making any actions?
Saoirse is standing there frozen in fear.
Okay.
Listener stepped back. He is currently, like, he's backed up on the precipice.
Right on the ledge.
Yeah.
Uki has unwrapped pitch,
Okay.
which is probably getting kind of warm right now a little bit.
A little bit.
Take a step forward, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. You are still feeling the effects, as keep that in mind.
Yeah, I'm brave when it's dumb.
It's true. It's true.
Wilhelm wanted us to remember that he loaded his fancy
His guns, his various things.
Oh,
I
yes.
do believe he put
Is it
the thing
anti-spirit
that he created on it. Yeah.
Yes, the arquebus is loaded with some form of anti-spiritual goop,
Yes, I remember.
condensed into solid form.
There's a limited amount of that, though, so keep
Yes.
that in mind.
So he is not taking aim. He is not firing or anything. He steps into normal Wilhelm position between danger and the party.
Normal Wilhelm.
Just don't step between Pitch and the bad guy.
Oh, it's not a bad guy. It is a badly desiccated angel.
There, okay.
How tall is this thing again, Church?
Is towering well over 20 feet.
Wilhelm being Wilhelm, he looks way, way up, and he says, "Excuse me. We didn't mean to cause any harm or give any offense. We were just interested. It seemed like you were standing in the doorway of the grave of what would have been my god. Is that okay?" And he has some empathic abilities, right?
Wilhelm?
Yeah. Does that work on this thing? Can he read this creature with his empathic abilities?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
In
Plus, I
fact,
think only Saoirse and Genesis are the ones with the abilities.
No, Wilhelm's got it.
he
Oh,
has
yes.
he has a much lesser version of it.
Yes.
His would be more of a bedside manner, like bonus than let me reach out and touch someone.
Yeah, actually reading the room in a more literal way.
Yeah, kind of a
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes type manner. So, and I will say, not that you've actively tried, but it's a sense that's usually kind of running in some degree or level for Saoirse and Genesis. Your
Yeah.
empathic abilities, like you're registering a void where this thing is, and it's
Dang.
unnerving. Yeah, there's just nothing there. But yeah, so Wilhelm peers up and politely tries to engage in conversation. Very
That's a Wilhelm thing.
Very Wilhelm thing. And this thing.
Within,
Oh, go ahead.
within the fear for Genesis, it's a little bit of admiration. Just like, okay, I can put out like an ambient forgetfulness, but like this guy is just negative. Just, nah, not even there. Nope.
Not
I don't know
really
what
sure.
you're reading. Nah,
Not
his
really
brain's somewhere else. Somewhere else, I bet. And he's just like walking around. Ooh, astral projection. I haven't even done that yet. Wow.
So this thing, kind of you hear once again that kind of clacking and popping and stretching of sinew and leathery movement against leathery materials as it leans its head down just with this kind of tick until its gaze falls down upon Wilhelm, and Wilhelm can feel the power of this thing's presence as its gaze just locks fully onto him. And it opens its mouth, and Wilhelm's standing like right under him pretty much at this point, right?
Yes.
Okay. It opens its mouth, and just you see like just dust and like remnants of its fleshly matter kind of kick off, and debris and detritus begin to rain down as its jaw opens, and just carrion and filth begin to spill out as though its mouth has not been opened in centuries. It's a pretty horrific and disgustingly putrid sight as it rains
Being a
down.
doctor in Cairn, Wilhelm quite possibly has seen worse.
Possibly. This is possible. But yeah, it rains down.
He's seen
and
some shit.
It's just like worms and maggots and, nastiness just rain down on top of Wilhelm as it's, like I said, it just opens its mouth. And from within it, though its jaw isn't working, you hear this beginning of a voice, this rasp, as though it's just kind of echoing from real deep, real far away, and it's almost like it's reverberating, echoing in reverse, just go, 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 go. Why have you come?
Wilhelm brushes the awful and like carrion mass and dust and the filth of ages off of his face and his hat. And then he looks back up and he very politely says, unintentionally, we were resolving some lingering issues with the spirit of Shah, and were dragged in here to the spirit realm. We are on a holy quest, if that helps or matters to you at all. But for the moment, we are trapped here.
So its head kind of crack and pops and tilts to one side regarding Wilhelm. And then one of those hands kind of slowly moves forward with one finger kind of pointing out, this skeletal, clawed, nasty hand, and kind of pokes Wilhelm in the chest. Not too hard, but it's enough to make him kind of stumble a step or two back.
It's a big poke.
Yeah. And the voice once again issues out and says, "Holy. What do you know of holy?"
Not as much, probably, as people used to, but more than anybody else currently living. Especially my people. There are none that lived when the gods were still around, but we have been sent upon a divine quest. He gestures over at Saoirse. We are fulfilling the somnambulist prophecy. We have been encouraged on our way by Bodhi and Shah, or what was left of them.
And Sinufe.
And Sinufe, yeah.
So he raises back up to his full height. Kind of, that head once again kind of clicks and clacks and turns and pops and regards all of you. And then those wings very slowly kind of spread out to either side to their full, like, extended, like, about 20 feet expanse. And they kind of rear back real slow. And then pulse out. So it kicks up this huge, just swirling mass of like ethereal matter. And it's like buffets everyone. It's not enough to hurt you. Listener kind of leans forward.
I got to brace myself.
Yeah, Saoirse closes her eyes and puts her hands up in front of her face in response.
So I need a wisdom save from each of you one more time.
You got it.
Good listener.
The second one is actually Wilhelm.
Okay. All right. So, Wilhelm, is the advantage on purpose or just?
I think he gets advantage. I do not know this man's character sheet super well. I just remember him always rolling wisdom and int saves with advantage.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So we'll say Wilhelm and listener. This will exclude you. Us using this kind of newer system, I'm going to put this to each of you to roleplay appropriately because it's a kind of a personal thing, trying something new. So Saoirse, Genesis, Uki, and Az. Your character's greatest weakness. Okay? Think about that for a second as far as what that is. Your most well-hidden weakness, your most vulnerable weak spot in your character's armor, so to speak, of who they are, has suddenly been brought to the surface. and you are struggling to keep it under control. From spilling out, basically. So I'll let each of you kind of role play that. Your greatest vulnerability. Which, this could be a fear or a weakness or some self-doubt, whatever. Like I said, I'll leave that up to you to role play it.
Question.
Yes.
What if we have several?
Pick your favorite. Or use them all. But yeah, you guys go ahead. He pulses that out and then just kind of folds his huge arms across his chest and seems to wait.
Wilhelm continues standing quite confidently in front of him, and listeners kind of walking up beside him, a little less nervous now that he's made his wisdom check.
Saoirse looks despondent and is now holding back tears.
Those big doe eyes. What about the rest of you?
Still processing, trying to figure out how to play that.
Oh, say that again. Sorry.
I'm still processing, trying to figure out how to play that.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. What was that as?
I'm gonna go with drop to my knees and grab my head,
Okay.
both hands, and just kind of we're working on something.
Okay.
Get out of my head! Get out of my head, Charles! Get out of my head!
Nice. I always love a good X-Men reference. All right.
Listeners not attentive to the effects upon his friends just yet, but Wilhelm looks around and says, "I'm not sure exactly what you did to my friends, but I hope you don't do it again. I'm not sure it was necessary."
Uki kind of, struggles for a moment, and a couple tears come to her eyes, and she rubs. It's like, I I feared so much when I returned back to Stonebridge that my mother wouldn't accept me because she didn't know what I'd been sent to do.
There you
And
go.
to be cast out from there like Chilele and having my own mother not know why I left. I was so worried that when I came back, she would turn her back on me.
So yeah, that's pulsing you hard.
I struggle. Okay, because is it what the character thinks is their greatest weakness, or what the actual greatest weakness is? Because
Oh, this is entirely a roleplay opportunity. So that's up to you entirely. This is going to be your most debilitating weakness, though. This is something that's basically an otherworldly force has just reached into the depths of your psyche, grabbed the hold of that, whatever it is, and then just took your face and rubbed your nose in it like a dog that wet the carpet.
okay, so what I'm interpreting that as is the thing that my character would think is like, they're not even thinking about it, but it is the thing that's led them to make most of the mistakes in their life. Like their confidence in their ability to assess a situation, make an initial call.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the things, but I don't know how that interprets, because I know how it distributes into their decision-making processes, but I don't understand really how that would interpret into a fear that people could read.
It's going to be how you interact, what's going through your character's mind as you continue this interaction, how you look at the people around you.
It's a lot of second guessing. It's a lot of the first one of me didn't make the best calls. Why do I think I can?
That's fair.
Yeah, That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. I'm just kind of looking around like, why did I choose to go over here? Maybe I should go over there. No. Wait. Wait. No. Oh my god. Here? No. Here? No.
Bumping
Here?
around.
No. This? No. No. This was better. Why did I move? Here? No.
Or it can manifest as intense feelings of imposter syndrome.
This is true too. But yeah, no, be creative. Be creative.
I don't think that's a weakness.
The struggle right now is not merely real, it is immense.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a weakness. I think that's
But I mean, it's how you choose to interpret it.
Yeah, because like
Whatever
from
it
what
is.
you'd see, like I'd personally interpret the imposter syndrome as like a symptom of like the true weakness, but it's up to you.
Yeah, you know your character more than anyone, so
Exactly.
I trust you. Like I said, this is a role play opportunity more than like a mechanical attack. So
yeah.
So, and Wilhelm, you just said, and that was Wilhelm that said that, right?
Yeah, he said, yeah, I hope you don't do that again, basically.
So yeah, the head once again clack 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 and like regards Wilhelm for a moment. You can tell like it's sizing Wilhelm up. He can feel it.
Mhm.
Hang on, I'm checking a math thing.
Sure. The good thing here is that Wilhelm is probably as true an adherent of, like, scholarship as exists right now.
Yeah. That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah, if this guy has any particular attachment to the god whose tomb he was looking over here, Wilhelm probably makes the grade.
Okay. So yeah, it looks down. Hopscotch with themselves. I love it. It looks down, Wilhelm, and just faster than you had expected it to move. It leans forward and reaches out with both hands and attempts to grab Wilhelm by the waist and lift him up. Now, I'm going to ask because of the situation. Do you want to dodge or try to avoid being picked up?
I think Wilhelm has received an understanding, and certainly with his empathic nature, he's definitely feeling that this is a creature of immense power. A true holdover from the days of the gods. And he is the diplomatic type. So maybe this thing's diplomacy is a little rough, but he is going to try and see if tact and conversation can carry the day here.
Good
So
luck.
he is not going to attempt to dodge. If this gets him killed, I'm very, very sorry, Jay. I'm doing my best for you.
That would be horrible. Our first death of one of the main characters. This far in, and he wasn't here to see it.
Listener is on standby for the sacrificial play if necessary.
So, it grabs him by the waist, and it's this horrible, cold sensation just arcs through Wilhelm's body. And he can feel like the claws digging into the side. Hey, Shun. Thanks for the lurk. Always glad to have you here. But yeah, you can feel the claws kind of digging into the back along his ribs and spine as it lifts him up. And, the weight of his own body kind of digs in a little further. And you can feel like his nice clothes kind of tearing a little bit underneath it as this thing lifts him up like eye level. and holds him there for a moment. And the smell and the sense of this thing's aura is just overwhelming, even for Wilhelm. Because this is... Like, he's actually right in this thing's face.
Just full blast.
So if anyone would like to react, I will allow you.
Listener has his hand on the scythe,
Genesis
but he's
thinks
still
about
staring in curiosity.
it. Genesis thinks about it, then thinks again.
Saoirse sees this and begins to sob harder.
Why did I think that was a good idea?
The self-doubt's getting worse. So no immediate physical reactions, at least?
What? You can't make me think it.
Alright, so holding Wilhelm up basically like eye level, it once again issues its voice out and says, "You do not know me, mortal, for I am Malgroth, the unyielding weakness, and I am here to tell you that your quest, your fool's errand for divinity, will fail, because as perfect as they were, the gods are fallible. The gods abandoned you, abandoned me, abandoned us all, and now, alone, and you are alone, little human. Now, you pay the price." And with this achingly slow measure, its jaw just hangs open even wider, and he begins to tilt Wilhelm's head towards its open maw.
I'm gonna issue a rebuttal. Let's see how strong Wilhelm's persuasive abilities are here.
All right.
All right. So, before being consumed by Malgroth, the unyielding weakness, Wilhelm, maybe slightly shaken, but still of sound mind.
Fair.
Of course the gods are fallible. And of course we'll fail. I faced my weakness when I left my father's home behind, and I knew from that day on I would learn things, I would help people, and then eventually I would die. My friend over there, he gestures towards Listener, he wants to bring the gods back mostly so he can complain at them for leaving all of these dead people around. I have more sympathy for that now. I'm more concerned about the living, though. I don't think bringing the gods back will fix much, but I think it might help.
I have to say too, I'm picturing this with like half the breath squeezed out of him, and him kind of being in a terrible pain from the claws digging in, still trying to be like, well, let me, it's fine, really. So he's made his rebuttal.
Yes. He's trying his damnedest. Listener's hand is tied on the scythe.
Give me a persuasion roll here.
All right.
Let's see how persuasive he is.
Everybody, I really hope this works. Because that's a charisma skill. He doesn't get any advantage on those.
If Wilhelm doesn't make it, Saoirse has something she wants to say next.
Okay.
Do we have any luck points? Just in case.
I don't know if they set up re-rolls for the channel points.
We have not.
All right, here it comes.
Got spoiled by
24!
Hey!
That's pretty good.
That's literally one off the very best he can do.
That's pretty good. So it pauses for a second, I'll say. Pauses And Wilhelm can feel the pressure from its clawed hands kind of squeeze a little tighter. It's hard to tell, like, any type of emotional countenance on this thing, but it paused. Would anyone else like to react somehow?
Saoirse will, like, tearfully speak up. I know my god, Bodhi, was fallible. I was never under any delusion that my people's god was ever perfect, but I want to try. I want to follow the prophecy that he imbued in the somnambulist for Cairne. For for humans, for Shawnakesians, for the dwarves, the elves, for all of us. What is living if we don't have hope? If we don't try? If we don't do any of this in the face of hopelessness and, like, danger? We have to continue on. We've got to survive somehow. We just want to try. We don't know if it will fix things, but we will take any chance that we can get.
Let's have a persuasion roll from you. You're going to be at disadvantage, though, because you're terrified. Or you have advantage, I think, on those normally, so it would just be normal. If I'm not mistaken.
I do have inspiring leader. Of all things. I'll roll it normal.
Okay. Yeah.
Jeez, low.
Okay, so you could tell its attention sways towards your direction, Saoirse. And as those vacant eyes with the soft glow deep within them kind of turn your direction and light upon you, in your fear, you feel this uncomfortable connection with this thing. Almost as if there's some part of it worming around in your brain, causing you to feel the way you do. And as this connection is established by line of sight, Saoirse feels a sharp change in this thing's demeanor, almost like anger. And its voice issues out again and it says, "All for you. All for the Shawnakesians, for the humans, the elves, the dwarves, the halflings that are no more. All for the Sahahimu, mother's children. But for us, for the 12. Nothing!" And with that, he hurls Wilhelm at you, Saoirse. So I'm just going to do a basic strength roll here. What's your AC?
Higher than that.
Okay.
16.
16. So are you going to dodge out of the way?
Yeah, she'll step out of the way, but, like, you know. She's going to, like, after he lands, she's going to immediately, like, just bed down and make sure that he's okay.
Alright, so he hits the ground for 10 damage as he goes slamming into the bridge surface and skidding to a stop about 5-10 feet behind you in just a crumpled mass. You know, he's all scraped up and his clothes are all torn up.
Saoirse will, like, get up and run over to his side and bend down.
Can I fail one of those wisdom saves again?
What's that?
Can I fail one of those wisdom saves again?
Can you?
Yeah.
What are you trying to do?
Remember something that I shouldn't remember?
What about the halflings?
No.
I feel like the get out of my head, Charles, is related to as remembering things.
Okay. No, let's go with it. I like where this is going. Let's do it. You know how much I like these story building episodes.
While that's happening, Wilhelm just kind of gets up and he brushes himself off a little bit and he steps back into line over here.
That hurt.
Yes.
I'm going to let Az do his thing, and then we are going to possibly go into initiative. We'll see.
Wilhelm's he's gonna make one more attempt first.
Okay.
Diplomatic to the very end.
Even after getting hurled at a party member. Poor Wilhelm. I wish he was here for this.
Yeah.
It's not terrible, Az.
No, it's the same as last time. I think I haven't thought about this in a very, very long time. In fact, it's one of those things that like happens but never gets recorded in memory. At least you're not sure it did. But when a champion is bestowed their blessing from a godly being, that godly being whispers a word of power,
Okay.
a word of making or unmaking.
Okay.
I shouldn't remember this. But I think he's forcing me to remember something that's dangerous to both of us.
All right. And this word
Is
of...
there?
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just gonna ask if there's any way I could try to make a save, because I could break myself out of this with something else and like force myself to think something, but at the same time that would be counter to the thing that I'm struggling with. Like, what makes me think that I have the right to do that, right? Like,
Well, here, I'll tell you what, in just a second,
Entirely.
I'll actually, you're a mentalist. I will actually let you have a chance to basically perform a self-examination and try to work it out in your head. Brain powers are kind of your thing.
ooh. Cool. Sorry.
But, so are you going to try and use a divine word of power? Is that what I'm hearing?
No.
No. Thinking about it?
Don't make me do this, my guy.
Az considers.
He's struggling.
I really don't want to do this because this is like, for champions, that's like pushing the red button, right? Like there's so many levels of like authorization that would need to occur for something like that to be authorized. And even then, like, it shouldn't even be in a memory. Like it should be like a code word phrase thing that just kind of like in and out and didn't get recorded, but happened.
Mhm.
But it's there, and if you really want me to go there, I so don't want to do it, my guy. Don't force us into this.
So I will say this, because this is a really interesting key moment, and I'm going to run with it, but I'm going to say that out of the 12, the original 12 seraphic entities, and I intentionally didn't put this in, actually. Not yet. Out of the 12, 2 of them were created by Shah.
Oh, fuck.
Shah had 2 of these creatures on her, basically in her employment.
Should I be kneeling for a different reason?
I'm just saying, if this is one of hers, that divine word of power could have some severe consequences.
That's just as likely to unmake me. I don't think this is a good idea at all. This is a red button that I don't want to push.
So that's fair. All right, so
Wilhelm has a thing.
well, here, let me get Genesis's attempt to
Please do.
Go ahead and give me a power roll, and we'll spend one single point to do this. As you're going to attempt to basically force yourself to find your psychic center, cut out all the noise, and focus.
So that power would be with the intelligence modifier because that's my casting ability.
Yep. Okay. Plus proficiency bonus.
Oh, so just like an intelligence save then. Is this a +7?
Sure. Sounds good.
I have to pull up the advanced dice roller. Come on.
14. Here, let's do this.
Oh, twins.
Make or break.
Same, I guess?
No, make or break. You were rolling like in opposition, so that was you make or break. You barely, by the skin of your teeth, edge over the top of whatever this thing hit you with. And you're finally like, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. So you're pulling out of it this round, okay? You're focusing and coming out of it.
Sorry if that was counterintuitive to the goal here, but
No, you are a mentalist. Be a mentalist and do mentalist things. You're good. All right, so Wilhelm, you're going to make one more attempt to soften this guy? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, he thinks he understands the source of emotional turmoil here, in as much as this creature has emotions. Unclear. It has anger.
It has anger.
So he stood back up, he's in line. His hand is not yet edging for the arquebus, but he says, "They left us behind, but they left you behind too, didn't they? If they came back, what would you want out of them?"
Okay. So, before I respond in character,
Yes.
I'm going to let you know that you have said the wrong thing.
Yeah. It was either commiseration or violence out of that one.
It was still a good effort, though, and I like it. I actually really like it. So, yeah, he looks at you and just says, "They left us because of you."
Yeah, no, that's totally true.
And with that, we are going to dive into some initiative. Let me make sure this thing's clear. Gotta make sure it's clear.
We're gonna die.
No, it's fine, it's fine. Az is going to speak the word of unmaking and then open up a void in reality.
Let's hope not. That's terrible.
Please don't make me do that.
All right, go ahead and roll them. So far, so good. You know, for the lowest dex, I swear listener is always like near the front of the line in initiative somehow.
He is always ready.
Alright, is that everybody? No, it's Uki. We're missing Uki. There we go. Alright.
Az's number reminds me of how every time I ask a teammate to rank what their skill level is between 1 and 5, and they'll give me like 3.14, they'll probably be high out to, 8 numbers or whatever.
Yeah. Before we get into this, can we take our union?
It's up
Real
to you
quick.
guys, if you'd like.
I'd like to refill my water.
That sounds like a plan then. Alright, so, I totally forgot to get the blurb ready, but I will say before we go to this break, don't forget to check out our sponsors, Skull Splitter Dice, the most metal dice in the universe. You don't want to miss out. Be sure to use code Featherfall at checkout for an amazing 10% off, and feel free to send us gifts when you do. We will be right back. Don't touch that dial.
Stay tuned. Mwah.
And we're back. Just in time for terror. Okay.
Play terror.
I almost did it. I almost did the evil DM cackle. I'm trying to
Gotta
curb
save
that.
it. You gotta bust it out when it matters.
Well, there's nothing like knowing that you're potentially looking death down, like the nose, and your DM's cackling about it.
Yeah, it's a special moment.
But speaking of staring down death, let's do this. As
Yeah,
you're up.
I had a worse idea.
I love it.
Okay. So, somebody please tell me this is a terrible idea.
I'll reserve judgment until you describe it.
Okay. So this guy here, he once stood as like the aspect, the paragon of like justice and fairness and goodness and like balance. Fuck.
Well, fortitude actually. His he originally was like, this is out of character. Steadfast, the unwavering fortitude. A seraphic entity of fortitude represented resilience, strength, and unwavering determination.
Well, see, I read that wrong. I read that as he was Justicar, the arbiter of balance, because fairness, impartiality, and cosmic law, and blah blah blah. That matched up with the picture and the name and meta. Blah blah blah. Sorry, meta.
Yeah, he identified himself as Malgros, the seraphic abomination of fortitude, once associated with strength and resilience. So
Okay.
he was steadfast.
All right. So somebody else then.
Okay. Well, it's your turn in the initiative. Do you want to do anything?
No, I want to fail another whiz save. Can I do that?
You really should do a thing.
You want to fail a wisdom save?
Yeah, I think I want to fail another wisdom save. I think right now that sounds like the best idea.
Go ahead. Let's see what you got. $16. You're consistent. What would you like to do with that?
I would like to pass my turn.
Okay. In that case, listener, you're up. Malgros is on deck.
He sure is. And he's visibly hostile now, right?
Yeah, he just threw Wilhelm and is screaming about how it's all your fault, all you nasty creatures of the world.
Once again, I'm catching flack for things that my species didn't even exist for.
The funny thing is you can't even communicate that with him.
No. You have so many psychic null creatures floating around, man.
Mainly in here. It is the spirit realm.
We ran into no small number of them on the surface also.
True. I have to do that so that the mentalist doesn't destroy everything.
Yes.
What would you like to do, dear listener?
If he's gonna be this mad at me, I'm gonna give him a reason.
Oh, listener mad.
Well, me and Wilhelm were tight.
You don't throw my doctor like that.
Yeah, I need that guy. That's my friend.
Oh, we're using the scythe, are we?
Yes, a 15 probably doesn't hit.
So, you swipe out with that malignant scythe, and you catch this thing on the leg, but it just stops dead. Doesn't break it.
It's like... It makes a donging noise, as if I had hit a stone pillar.
It's like petrified flesh. It's weird how just saying the word flesh is gross, huh?
Yeah, a little.
Anything else for listener? It was a good try. It was a good try.
He's gonna take this as input. He's gonna consider what's happened here, and he's gonna make adjustments with his next attempt.
All right. Well, that brings us to him. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and get my big attack out of the way, and I'm gonna randomly hit one of you with it. Well, no, actually, it's not gonna hit just one of you.
It's gonna hit a bunch of us, and we're gonna die.
I don't know about die now. You guys are tough.
Debatable.
My friend, most everybody besides listener recharges 1 hit point.
You created the Shawnekians with a -3 constitution in the old system.
This is true. So I think,
We don't have to use that.
yeah. So
Do I get my +4 int back then?
Wait, what? Your +4 int?
What? Like 8 months ago when I stat lined it. So
We're still using old stats because we're doing the weird hybrid D&D homebrew thing.
Yeah.
But once the Cairn rules are written, then
it's on like Donkey Kong. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm just gonna do this logically then. This is gonna hit Uki as listener in Genesis. So I'm gonna need a DC 17 saving throw as a cone of void-infused divine energy blasts out from this thing's mouth.
What type
That'd
of
be a
save?
dexterity save.
Dex save.
Wisdom? Okay.
Roll high.
Physically impossible.
Fudge.
Is it a magical effect?
It's his void.
I was always going to take full damage.
As are you. Well, you passed. Genesis passed.
God.
So
Nice.
as in
Actually, the
Genesis,
sound for that.
as in Genesis will take half damage.
I had the sound for that and everything.
All right, here we go. Oh, it didn't include the damage roll.
14
Nice.
D6.
What?
It's beefy.
14 D6.
Also, by the way, if you want an
Oh my
inline roll, put 2 square brackets around the number outside the parentheses. Good lord.
Half
So-
a fail. How about a fail?
So 53,
Oh.
but half if you made your save. And he can only do that once every 5 rounds, so I'm not going to be spamming it or anything.
We have 4 rounds to finish this fight.
Okay.
So,
Or leave. Leaving is an option.
how's everyone doing?
No.
I live.
It's fine.
No. No.
Listen, DM said that there's probably no way that we're going to beat this thing in a fight, so let's GTFO.
You know, I've said that before and you've proven me wrong, though, so. You know. Follow your heart.
Dear-
Your move,
Dear
Saoirse.
diary. Today we fought something we
Yeah.
shouldn't have fought. I have 1 hit point and my bladder is over there.
Genesis has 1 hit point. Oh god.
Do you really?
No, I have 20, but still the point stands.
That is, functionally speaking, that's 1 because there's no way this thing does less than 20 damage on any hit.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. 14 d6? Hello?
That's his big attack. So Providence,
I
solid.
Yeah.
I don't plan to be in. How big is this
Yeah.
cone? Does it start at him? Because I'm over here.
Yeah, it's 30 feet.
Yeah, so Saoirse's going to play that and then begin backing up, like, sort of as a signal, like, hey, everyone, let's, get back here.
All right. So keep in mind you do have the +4 to your armor classes while this is playing. All right. Uki, you're up. You just took quite a hit. What are you gonna do about it?
How tall is he again?
About 20 feet.
All right. And he is 10 feet away from me. All right. Well, here's how I'm going to put... Two can play at this. I'm going to aim pitch up above, like I'm going to basically aim right here. Because pitch has a wide arc, 30 feet wide and up to 40 feet long, engulfing all within that area in that flaming pitch.
All right.
So, but I'm going to go ahead, instead of just shooting direct and having flashback on us, I'm going to go ahead and do it so that it will rain down upon him.
All right. So
Roll my scope musket.
blah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Look at that. Is that a critical hit I see before me?
Right.
That's big.
Yeah.
All right.
And at that moment, I'm going to kind of... So I've got that action, and then my next action, I'm going to just step over. I hear the call, and I'm going to go ahead and move over this way. And put Butch on my back,
Okay.
so that I can pull out my musket. Roll it on my musket, whatever, my pistols.
So.
So-
Oh, actually, that's... Go ahead.
Before you do, because
Okay.
of his size, you are within melee at that
Oh,
distance.
okay. Well, then I'm not...
He'll take a swipe at you, but I mean, you can still make the move. I just wanted to be fair and let you know.
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
Can we get like a sketch of the thing it just hit us with the cone?
It's
The
gone.
30-foot
It
cone,
was
does
it was
start
a
from-
it was an instant blast and it's gone.
Could you show me where that is? Because I feel like Saoirse going over there and telling us to group there doesn't make sense if it's a 30-foot cone. Like,
No,
it's
I mean,
a
like,
range.
it wouldn't have. It went 30 feet in distance.
So it
But
just goes out like
Saoirse's-
that, or
30
and it catches everybody in that cone.
in a cone, yeah.
And like an arc of how far, because a cone doesn't reach from me to her, does it?
It didn't hit Saoirse.
No, it didn't
No.
hit Saoirse or Wilhelm.
It just went like the. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
No,
And to
you-
clarify, Saoirse's telling everyone to retreat. So she backed away.
Yeah, she's saying
Yeah.
run away.
Although, I mean, it's really like our retreat can be... I can always go backward and join up with... I don't have to cross in front of him, but I'm still gonna... If I move away, I'm still going to have... Yeah.
Okay.
This is blocked over here. Like I'm right next to it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so I still have... So my turn's not over, right?
Yep. What do you want to
'Cause I
do?
took one shot, and I have two more, right? Because I have my
Mhm.
action
Show-
surge and my...
Show me what you got. If you want to take it all, it's up to you.
I'm gonna go ahead and shoot with one of my pistols, and then I'm gonna step back.
All right. Go
So
ahead.
that, right? Because I can do that. I'm not gonna...
That's a hit.
28. Yep.
Another 19.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then with that, I'm gonna step back and say, "What you got?"
All right. Genesis, you're up. What would you like to do?
This is dangerous. So, I just finished grappling with myself to get myself out of the
Yeah, you are no longer
spiral
under
of-
those effects.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure this out. What did I find when I examined myself there? Is that just for me to know? Like,
Yeah, that's just for you.
okay.
Maybe you're upset that it yanked that out of you. Who knows?
I mean, this is a part of my history. Like,
Yeah.
the first mentalist didn't know the limits, didn't make any limits, just was what they were, and ruled the world until they didn't.
Yeah.
So, like,
Accurate.
okay, I mean, yeah, I'm here, and I got this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
In my head and in my inventory, apparently. Who said I could do that? Who gave me the power to do this? Who said that was cool? Like, I don't. So we're in the middle of all this self-examination, and we're like watching everyone else struggle, and we're like, okay, well, I think the answer that Genesis comes up with is, I said I can do this, which is both a revelation and a glaring hazard. Oh my god! That's the same thing your predecessor said. Why would you say that? But at the same time, I don't have anybody else to point to. The gods are gone. I said I can do this, right? That's the answer. That's the answer. Maybe a little egotistical, but that's the answer. I'm here. I said I can do it. I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
Who cares?
Let's see what you got.
Okay. So we're gonna do some things here. See if I've actually set this up right, which I probably haven't. And I didn't. Wow.
We're getting there. It's okay.
So that means that there is a thing, which is great because that means I can put that into the chat. Projection. And I can do this. Ha.
Okay.
Okay. So, I'm struggling with the time and distance mean nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've acquired this newfound confidence of I said I can do it, therefore I am a badass, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to impart to the party that sort of self-assuredness, like, you know what you're doing. We got this.
Are you?
And that can apply to either like retreating, like we're saying, or
So you're wanting to use
or
your
not.
abilities to buff the party, basically, to encourage them and inspire them somehow.
bolster them in
Bolster their
terms of
confidence.
integrity. But I'm doing this artificially, right?
Okay.
I'm doing this by mashing my fingers into their brain, like, right?
Okay.
I have to be sure to make that distinction because I'm not inspiring them with a rallying like song or something that heralds things and lifts their hearts.
So you're
I'm just
encouraging
telling
them
them-
to be dangerously confident, to ignore their fears.
I'm encouraging them to be confident no matter what the consequences of that confidence are.
Okay.
Confident in their plans to retreat if they plan to, or confident in their plans to do something else if they plan to do something else.
All right.
Just
This'll-
mashing fingers. Just,
This will cost 1 point for every party member. Okay.
okay?
So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Would anyone like to resist this?
Probably not.
Okay. If no one resists it, then here's what'll happen.
Distracted.
You're all gonna have your fear effects will be gone if she rolls well. I should put that out there. If she rolls well, your fear effects will be gone. No more disadvantages for any of that. You will gain a bonus depending on her roll to all actions and skill checks, but your armor class will be reduced by that number as well. because of the reckless aspect of it.
Hmm.
So go ahead.
Dangerous.
Make a power roll for me.
I should roll badly on this. I should roll as badly. I didn't think this through. Oh my god.
This
Okay,
is great. This is great.
Well, but not too well. Well, but not too well. The middle is the way.
Somewhere Mauve is, she's smiling.
God, what?
Yes, my minion. 25.
Ooh, big.
25.
Oh no! 25 no!
That's a big number.
That
Is
a big
that
number.
okay? Okay, what happens? What happens to me now?
So that's I'm gonna give you each a +4 to all your skills and ability checks.
Oh, our AC is -4.
That basically negates Circe's song.
Yeah. So you're actually at no penalty. You
Don't
just
you
don't
dare
have the
stop
bonus.
playing.
Yeah, if you stop playing, you'll have a penalty.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so there you go. I will ask you next round if you want to maintain it.
Oh man.
Do you want to move or anything? Or you just want to stay and
hate
focus?
that. I hate that so much. You go from who am I to bend the will of the creatures that we face, and like, I'm me. Bent. Your will is bent.
All right.
Oh, it's horrible.
That's
okay.
great. This is great. This is great. This is an aspect of storytelling that's amazing.
We're just gonna move back.
All right. All right. So Wilhelm, Wilhelm, you're up. What would you like to do?
Circe has called a fighting retreat, it seems like.
Yeah, basically.
Let's see. Genesis and Uki are fleeing down one side. Wilhelm is not the type to flee before the party is secured.
It's true.
He would never do this. How much reach does this thing visibly have? Like, if I move backwards a single step, is it going to take an attack of opportunity on me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I figured. He's going to step this way, not leaving melee range, remaining engaged,
Okay.
but opening up the path for everybody to flee down this side.
Okay. That works.
He's gonna... Can I have him ready in action to shoot if it attempts to strike anybody?
Of course.
I would like to do this, hopefully fouling its attempt to attack any of his friends.
All right. That
So
works.
he levels the arquebus from like a knee,
Okay.
and that is his turn.
That works. All right, Az, you're up. Show me what you got. He's thinking.
I got a really, really bad idea.
I like really bad ideas.
So I'm like wrestling with this, get out of my head, and then there's like another voice in there that's just going, do it. Just fucking do it, man. Do it, man. It'd be so cool. Jump off that roof. You can totally make that jump. Do it.
Roll when you hit
You
the
can-
ground.
You can do it. Aim for the pool, man.
The best.
All right. Mr. Big Angry.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna call
lining it
out
up.
Mr. Big Angry with everything that I am And like, he's supposed to stand for something. Everything I know about this creature is that's not what's in front of me.
That's fair.
Like, I'm gonna call him out as a hypocrite and accuse him of dereliction of his divine duty.
Okay.
And in an intimidating way, he's forced me to remember the word.
Oh, the word.
You're telling him that.
Yes. I don't want to have to do it.
Okay.
But if you won't do your divine job, I will.
All right.
Rarely spoken of, the level beyond power word kill. Power word stop existing.
All right. Are you going to do anything
Power
else?
word delete.
Power word
I'm just going to threaten him with power words steal your divine job.
Powered word usurpation.
Yeah.
I love this. Oh my god.
Basically the fantasy version of F-Disc. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
Oh man.
are you doing anything physically as, or just bowing up to this 20-foot tall creature?
Yeah, just that.
Okay, that's a very as thing to do.
I am the most dangerous motherfucker in this room.
All right. All right, listener. I'm not gonna. You can't really read his face, is why I'm not saying anything. He doesn't exactly have a lot of emotional expression.
So Az has issued his command.
His ultimatum.
Listener's damned curiosity, you know, man. Listener is going to take up his position with the side out, next to Wilhelm.
Okay.
And ready his attack as well if the creature, whose turn is up next anyways, is uncompelled by Az. Listener will strike and then be ready to leave.
Okay. Okay. So, what's about to happen?
It's bad.
Well, as far as whether or not it will constitute as it won't look like a visible attack. It's not a physical attack. But he is going to look at Az, and something is going to transpire there invisibly. Will that count as an attack to trigger your held actions?
If and only if it appears to either Wilhelm or listener that it is causing damage to Az. Like if Az begins to writhe in pain or
Okay.
what have you.
Okay. That's fair. That's completely fair.
Yeah. Or if their senses, like Wilhelm with his empathy or listener with his spiritual sense, if they pick it up along those lines as being an attack, then in those cases, yes, also.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure before we got too deep.
Yeah. It's got to cause visible harm to Az, whether it be any, like, anguish or, like, physical damage.
Okay. Okay. As it turns his attention to you, and that kind of real deep, like embedded, dull, sickly yellow pulse that's inside his eye sockets kind of light up briefly for a second. You feel this horrible, just seething gaze fall upon you. Give me a wisdom save, please.
Remember, he has +4 from Genesis.
Solid. Is that
Nice.
is that with the +4 or
Nope.
no?
No.
Okay.
It's 21.
All right. that case, you belligerently push it aside, angering it immensely.
Oop.
As and this will trigger an attack, by the way.
For sure.
As how many hit points do you have?
That's usually not a good question to that's like you don't ask somebody that.
Go ahead. Just how many do you have left?
I have 137.
Awesome. Okay.
You will soon have less.
Awesome. So you see like that pulse of yellow kind of glow a little bit brighter, and you can feel like this overwhelming sense of dread as that jaw kind of hangs open again, once again, like carrion spilling out, and it just utters this horrible guttural word in a language you've never heard before that seems to just punch you in the gut harder than you've ever been hit before. Like everyone in the room can feel like the reverberation of this impact of this word hitting you. And you are dumbfounded. Like you just go slack-jawed, start drooling on yourself. You don't take any damage, but you are stunned.
Shit. Okay.
Well, that does cue up some attacks, I guess. That is visible harm.
That is visible, yes.
All right, I'll roll listeners first because it is easier.
Yeah, go ahead.
30.
30 total does break armor. Go ahead, that's 14 damage.
14 damage.
Hey, 14 damage is 14 damage.
Yes.
All right.
You had to think about 30 being enough.
30.
You had to consider whether that was good enough.
You know, you got him. You did good. All right, go ahead, pop Wilhelm's attack off too.
I can. I don't know what effects the goop has, so you'll have to tell me.
Is that what he's firing?
Yeah, the goop. He loaded the goop last session.
Okay. If that's what he's firing, okay.
Yes.
All right. Because this is not a spectral creature, is why I bring that up.
It's what was in the arquebus.
All right, go ahead. Roll the hit.
23, unless he has some other bonuses I don't know about.
No, that hits. So
And
15.
yeah,
Plus the goo.
yeah. Plus the goo. I don't know what the goo does.
In this particular instance, the goo's not going to do anything, just because it's not a spectral creature.
Gotcha.
With the spectral creatures, it will be very effective, I promise. But with him, no.
He is something else.
He is something else. All right. Okay. All right. In that case, we're back around to you, Saoirse.
Yeah, Saoirse is going to continue playing, and she is going to back up more. Not getting out of the range of her friends, but, you know, she's, like, gonna stay pretty far away from this thing.
That's fair.
And that's my turn.
All right. Uki, you're up.
All right. First is an additional 1d6 per round for 5 rounds for pitch.
Oh, fair.
Okay.
How about I'm going to be nice and give you max damage for that?
Okay.
I didn't think you'd mind.
So I don't need to roll it. Just like,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Awesome. So d6 of damage from pitch. I'm going to fire my scope musket.
All right.
21. Oh, and plus, was there something else that we got a plus
Get an
4?
extra 4.
Plus 4 to hit.
Plus 4 to hit.
Mhm.
So I should be good, right?
Yeah, no, you hit. It's another 18.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else?
Did we establish that I can... That does it Do I need to take a turn to load my musket?
You use a bonus action to load a musket.
Got it. Okay. So meaning I have a bonus action and one more attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action to reload, and I'm going to hit him again with the musket. Ooh.
Oh.
No.
Oh, I hate to see it.
Bad number.
I hate to see it.
Yeah.
I hate to see it.
+4, but still.
First one
So
of the
I'm
night.
kind of, my palms are sweaty. When I went to reload it, I kind of, maybe didn't get it.
Mom's spaghetti got it in the way.
Yeah.
Palms were sweaty when you went to reload. Your arms were too heavy. Let's go.
All right. Oh wow.
That's me.
94.
Oh my
Ruh-roh.
god.
Oh. Oh my, where are you? There you are. This could be bad.
Oh no.
So, things are strange here. Physics aren't exactly what they normally are. I think you guys remember that. Like, movement's a little different. Gravity's a little different. You're kind of stepping back as you're firing, just, being tactical.
Right.
Bam, you get your first shot off. You hastily reload that thing the way you've been trained. You rear back again. Draw your foot back to kind of sturdy yourself against the report of the gun, the kick. You fire again, and as you do, a mass of the rubble under your feet breaks away,
Mm-hmm.
and you begin to tumble off the side of the bridge. Give me a very easy to pass dex save, excuse me.
6.
10.
10. That's 4.
And I'm so glad that is there. Genesis, you just saved Uki's life with your forced confidence. Uki, you kind of catch by one hand, your rifle is in the other, and you're hanging there.
Mm.
That was a bad fumble.
Not good.
But you're still there. You're still there. You made the save to catch on. Not you get what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
+4. All right. Uki. So you're down and out for now. You'll be able to pull yourself up.
Mm-hmm.
Unless somebody destroys the bridge out from under, which I'm not going to do, but I can't speak for your teammates.
I think that's what you're implying. Yeah.
Genesis.
As.
Genesis, you are up. Would you like to continue manhandling everyone's brains? Or woman handling, in this case. What would you like to do?
I mean, I've imbued the party with this confidence, and a couple people almost died, and Az is dumbfounded.
Az is dumbfounded, yes.
Okay, that's nothing new, though.
He does this a lot.
I'm just gonna try a couple things here. Which one was it?
Are you gonna lift Uki up?
I would like to move over to Uki.
Okay.
Lift both Uki and myself up and move this way, but just on the air.
You're just drifting across?
Just, yeah.
Okay. So you're just using your kinetic abilities to...
Right.
Okay.
I just take a step off and then, like, keep stepping.
Give me
walk out.
a power roll. Are you gonna let the other effect drop, or are you gonna keep it going too?
I let the other effect drop because I think that the demonstration of its effectiveness has been proved.
Okay.
It's not been proven.
Well, it did save some lives, but no, you're good. So you drop that. Give me a power roll.
The only reason people were in that situation in the first place is because I put that up on them. But
Poor
neither here nor there.
Poor Genesis.
I'm gonna use a luck point for that. That's terrible.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no.
That's better.
Much better. As funny as it would have been to see the two of you go tumbling off the
No!
No. Excuse?
I got you.
Face
Oops,
plant.
no, I don't.
Rude.
Oh my god.
So 2 points, Genesis. It takes you to grab both of you in this effect and drift over to here. Unless Uki struggles. Uki, do you struggle?
No.
Okay. I have to give you the chance.
So we have to end there because that's solid ground. We can't end here and continue the next turn.
Do you want to stay flying?
To get out of melee range of this thing. We're not in melee, are we? Are we in melee?
We're totally in melee.
Yeah. Do you want to stay in the air?
So if we land there and take the bonus action to disengage next turn, we can go like this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or take
let's
the
just-
action
let's-
to disengage
Action disengage, back away.
and then move.
No attack of opportunity, but we're
You're welcome to stay in the air and just continue making rolls and spending points to fly. It's just not incredibly fast, but you're still moving.
if we're over here, or over here, versus being right here, the effect's the same because the cone that we just saw utilized in action was like a range of this. So
Yeah.
I've already witnessed that instantaneously affect us all. So whether I spend points to progress further or I stay there and don't spend any points and run physically, it's still the same effect. If it wants to kill us, it's gonna kill us.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, if you're in the air and I hit you enough to knock you out, I kill two birds with one stone in the most literal sense possible.
We're gonna stay on the bridge here,
Okay.
but as we turn to face this thing,
Uh-huh.
Genesis reaches behind her back and grabs a staff and
Uh-oh.
then releases it.
You release
Thinks about it. Thinks
Oh,
about
you're
it.
just thinking about it. Okay.
It's just a pondering grab.
Okay.
Yes. We're looking at all this rubble around, and we're like, if we could just get everybody else out of here, maybe the cost wouldn't be too great.
Fly, you fools.
I just did it.
Yeah, you did. You did. Okay, so are you good there?
I am.
Okay.
Yes.
In that case, Wilhelm,
This is gonna be bad.
you're up.
Wilhelm is up. It is a full action for him to reload that arquebus, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't have the same training Uki does.
Yeah. Wah, wah.
Is that what he wants to do? Reload or?
I'm determining what would Wilhelm's most like Wilhelmish action here be. He's not leaving first, obviously. That's not a Wilhelm maneuver.
Fair.
But is it wisest to reload the gun if he doesn't feel like we're gonna stay in this fight? Like, listener laid into it with the scythe. He fired off the ghost juice from the arquebus. They both hit, but like, does it seem even slightly bothered by that?
Not much seems to bother it, but like I said, it's very hard to read.
Man. I think I'm gonna say Wilhelm is smart.
Okay.
I think this is empirically true. And what Wilhelm's gonna do is he's gonna re-shoulder the arquebus, and he's going to take the dodge action.
All right, that works.
He's gonna get his, what is his other weapon? Quarterstaff. He's got a quarterstaff. So
Level 14.
he's trading that out and taking the
still has
dodge
a quarterstaff from level 1.
action. Welcome to Cairne.
All right, that works. All right, Az, give me a con save, please. See if you can shake off the effects of this.
It's pretty good.
Maybe.
That is pretty good. All right, yeah. So this round you're coming out of the stun, but you are out of it.
I'd like to counter dominate his mind. Fuck you, guy.
I mean, you
I
can't.
fucking meant it, my dude.
I also know a fancy word.
So you're coming out of the stun this round, shaking
Okay.
it off.
Shaking it off, but that
Take
hasn't
it off.
deterred me.
Take it off. Ooh,
It,
ooh.
it hasn't deterred you
No,
from.
my previous course of action, accusing him of his dereliction, and
Oh yeah, no, I'll give you a verbal assault. Go ahead.
puny.
Puny, is that what you said?
Sorry.
Puny.
It'll take more than that.
Okay.
You really have fallen far from it in your, I don't know, in your dereliction of your duty. Like, the steadfast I knew of wouldn't have been so easy to break free from.
Okay.
Look at us. We're just walking around. You picked one of us up, threw us. We didn't even die from that. Hello? Like,
And
Gave
slow
us
That
the
was a
bad
reaction,
breath
like-
blast. We're still up.
we're
slow
still
man.
alive. You threw one of us bodily,
For
and we
real.
only landed on the bridge. Hello?
Like, it's time for you to retire, and I'm here to take that job from you.
you gently chucked us like a geriatric. Like,
I'm cracking up because you guys are antagonizing him. That's hilarious.
I feel like that's what he's saying. Like, this is the vibes I'm reading, and I'm like totally 100% dedicated to running away. Like, As is like picking a fight. Come on, you won't. And I'm like, bye. Meow.
Nanner, nanner, nanner.
Oh my god. I'm getting out of there.
All right, so listener, as is antagonizing the creature, what is listener gonna do?
I would have liked to question the creature, but he seems mad. Also, he's fully transparent to telepathy, so doesn't seem like it was in the cards. I would like listener to disengage,
Okay.
to carefully get to the other side of Wilhelm.
Okay.
Church. I command spirits occasionally, right?
I mean, it's kind of your thing, yeah.
Every now and then. Can I have listeners start making preparations to form just a wall of spiritual energy
Okay.
to shield our retreat?
Yeah. Yeah, you've done stuff like that before, definitely.
Yeah. He's just getting it ready for now because he's got to make sure everybody makes it past him first.
Okay. I will let you prep that action.
All right.
All right. So, is that it for listener?
That's all listener does.
Okay. Time to retort. As
Yeah, what up?
since that you're antagonizing you. I have no choice but to aim this at you. I need you to give me an intelligence save, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you consider not rolling a 4?
So as you antagonize the creature, his attention shifts once again completely on you, and you see his big hand come up and move in this strange gesture, and he shoves out a palm in your direction and utters this guttural, horrible sound once again, and your brain just feels like it gets struck by an explosion that starts right in the very center of it and just bubbles out like somebody stuck a hose in there and just blew air into the center of your brain. And everything you know and think and love and feel just floats away with those bubbles.
Oh no. I think I know what just happened.
So, first off, you take 17 psychic damage.
Huh?
17 psychic damage. What's that?
Who are you?
And for the time being, don't erase anything, obviously, but for the time being, your intelligence and charisma score is 1.
Knew it.
Bad.
Feeble mind.
You have been feeble-minded. So yeah, Az goes really slack-jawed. Chris Pine from the D&D movie, like illusion failing, slack-jawed. If you've seen it.
He's bad. He's not good situation.
Genesis looks over at Az with horror, like, oh no. Oh no, no. We're gonna get here.
And he's going to take a step forward.
Oh my god, no! Not into my space, no!
I'm just. This isn't to claw you, as. I'm assuming since you're dumbfounded, he's not going to have a hard time grabbing you and picking you up.
I mean, I probably not. I guess I don't know. Is there an int requirement to break a grapple?
It's all strength, but you're pretty.
I'm kind of out of it.
Yeah.
I think there's like room in the wording of feeble mind that like
Yeah, no, you can still
would allow.
fight. You can still fight. Yeah, no, you can still identify your friends, follow them, and even protect them. It says that specifically in the spell.
Oh, okay. Well, you think I need a brain to kick your ass? You, my guy. Like,
yeah, you can't communicate. That's the only thing. Yeah, you can't cast spells, activate magic items, understand language, or communicate in any intelligible way. So, just keep that in mind. But yeah, you can still react. I assume like he misses with a 13.
we'll just call it like a contesting grapple. You know, we'll let him have it to think he's got it.
Oh, you want to contest it? Okay.
We'll just go into an arm lock. You know.
All right. So yeah,
We'll let him think he's got it.
You'll reach up and catch his fingers and fight back. I like it. That's a very Az thing to do, especially in your current state.
Like I'm dumb, but like this is a reflex. Like I'm.
Muscle memory kicks in.
They didn't put him through 150 years of boot camp for him to forget how to fight now.
Yeah, be like, swing.
All right, so Saoirse, you're up.
Yeah, Saoirse's going to like stay where she's probably gonna step over to the side to allow people to like go past, but she is going to continue playing.
Okay. Steady on, steady on. Uki, things are getting hairy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So we're still we're digging in our heels, right?
Oh no, we're getting the hell out of here.
They're trying. Az
Huh?
is digging in a little bit.
Yeah, digging in. Yeah.
We got tricks for that.
Yeah.
Gee.
I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and take a double shot with my pistol and then step off. Pistols. Step
Okay.
off.
Step
Okay.
off the back, or
No.
I had to get some clarification there.
Oh
Okay.
no! I'm gonna try to go over my listener.
Okay.
But
Go ahead.
good point. I'm gonna
Go
make
ahead.
sure first. I'm gonna make sure my feet are firmly planted.
You don't want another fall. All right.
And
yeah.
and as I do this, oh well, I guess the question is, can I do a drew?
This is getting so
I haven't used
tense.
it. I'm looking at Adrenaline Rush, which I've not, I've actually not used in a long time.
Yeah, use it.
Yeah. So Adrenaline Rush. I'll just hit click the little thingy, right?
Mhm.
Did it do it? Did it work?
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna push myself beyond my normal limits for a short time to gain the following effect. So I'm gonna gain temporary hit points equal to my combatant level at the start of each turn.
Okay.
So that means I get additional.
14
Okay.
per turn.
Per turn, because I'm gonna dig in. Not per round, but per turn. Okay, so got my pistol. And we right, bam,
Hit.
and bam.
Hit.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Uki always hits.
And I'm gonna go ahead and now move over. What was it? 5, 10. I'll move to right here. Actually, I can move to here, can I?
You have the 10 extra feet.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
All right. Uki hightails it, shooting as she goes.
Yep.
Blam, blam. All right, solid. Genesis, what do you got?
Genesis is just going to take the disengage action
Okay.
and move 30 feet to the designated area that I can reach.
Designated area. I love it. Okay.
We're just gonna yeet over here.
Yeet.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else for Genesis?
It's just disengage and movement, right? Like,
Mhm.
yeah, that's it.
All right. Wilhelm, you're up with your quarterstaff.
Challenges. Wilhelm will call out to Az. Az, come on, we have to go.
But
Poor ass.
Poor Az. But they're currently engaged in a little bit of fisticuffs over there right now.
Yeah. Like, this thing's reaching down to try and grab him, and Az has a hold of a finger in each hand.
This thing doesn't have eyes exactly, does it?
Not. I mean,
Not in the technical sense.
Not in the organic sense.
It has eye sockets, and there's something else in there.
There's something glowing in there, yeah.
I'm looking over Wilhelm's inventory here. What the hell would work on this? Well, it's visibly a void creature.
It's definitely under the effects of the blight, yes.
Yeah. We might be able to do something along those lines, but I don't know exactly how good it's gonna do. Oh, he's used all of his unguent. He had something for this, but I believe he's used all of it actually.
Uh-oh.
Oops. I'm gonna say Wilhelm holds the position. He's trying to keep, like, the head of the bridge here, for Az to cross back.
Okay. Hoping that Az will.
Yes.
Okay. That works. Well, let's find out. Az, you're up.
Who are you?
Who are any of these people? I think those are my friends over there.
Well, do keep in mind you can recognize your friends. It does say that specifically.
Oh, okay.
If you consider them friends. What would you like to do, Az? Do you want to continue to grapple with this thing, or?
I mean, at least his attention's on me, not them. So, for now.
All right. Shall we do some contested rolls then?
Sure.
All right. I'm going to use my acrobatics since I have the choice. Oh, there you go. I got a 12. What do you got? 26. All right. So as you manage to just basically take this thing and throw its hands to the side, using your leverage and smaller size, it's leaning over to get to you, so it's off balance a little bit, and you manage to use that muscle memory kicking in to your advantage and hurl the hands away from you. What would you like to do? You want to take a shot at him, or do you want to haul?
Yeah, I think muscle memory would just kick in, and like I'm on the inside, we go immediately for the kill strike.
All right.
Like the blade comes out straight through where the heart should be.
So now this is are you pulling out the
Hundreds of
spiritual
years.
glaive?
Yeah, hundreds of years of training, reflex, muscle memory. Just it doesn't take a thought to do it.
We have one small issue.
Yes, I love issues.
As you go to launch the glaive, to bring the spiritual glaive into existence and go for the kill strike, nothing happens.
It happens. That's weird. All right, I punch him in the chest.
Like your brain's
Glaive should have been.
your body's moving, but your brain can't put together how to make this thing appear anymore.
Oh,
That's bad.
So you want to just punch him?
yeah. I just punch him then instead.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm gonna laugh if he crits. Oh! I shouldn't have said anything. I'm so sorry.
That is a form of crit.
It is.
It's the bad kind.
It's the opposite. Yeah, it's like a crit, but not. Oh, goodness. 11. Let's see what we got. Where'd it go? Jesus. That's interesting. So, as you manage to throw the hands aside and you realize you can't bring your weapon in, and just kind of out of desperation and, pure stupidity at the moment, you're not always stupid, but you kind of feel kind of dumb right now. You throw that punch out, and your fist hits this thing in the lower calf, and as it hits, and you kind of feel the pain in your knuckles. It's like you just punched a solid wall. You look up at this 20-foot tall thing of divine origin, even though you're having a hard time piecing that all together, and you just can't help but think, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. You are now viewing your opponent as the superior combatant in this situation, and feeling really, really at a disadvantage. Any next attack you make will have a disadvantage, basically.
Okay, I feel dumb now.
He's only 10 feet taller than you.
But yeah, that's it for Az. Unless you want to, I'll let you try and take a movement action if you want.
No.
No? Okay. All right, listener, you're up.
Listener can probably feel the int draining out of Az. It's like the surface area of Az's mind diminishing
Oh,
rapidly.
All the wrinkles on his brain just went smooth.
He realizes that this is a more dire situation than usual in terms of getting Az out of there. So he's going to repurpose his prep work.
Okay.
Here's my plan. He's been listening. He's been paying attention. Yeah, he doesn't get to talk to this thing, but he knows it's some sort of icon of weakness.
Okay.
Now, at least. He, from his understanding of the gods and of things related to the gods, they have a special attunement to their domain.
Uh-huh.
And that may even be part of how it, perceives the world.
Okay.
I would like to burn whatever number of spiritualist points happens to be necessary.
Oh, I love it when it starts like that.
I want to condense the weaknesses of the spirits in the region, all of their failings, all of their soft spots, all of their regrets. I want to condense those weaknesses into a dense fog around this creature. I want to see if I can just not quite drown him in it, but I want to overload him, or at the very least distract him, to obscure us.
Okay.
With
I like
just
it.
the most concentrated form of his domain that I can.
Okay. I like it. I like it. That's a big order,
It is.
but that's what we like.
That's what we do around these parts.
That's what we like here in the realms of Cairne. We like big attempts to do big things. All right, so I tell you, first, give me your roll first.
All right, let me get a roll together.
Let's see how much power you can generate and how many connections you can make.
Ooh.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
Good.
Listeners
night.
reaching deep for this one.
He is reaching deep. Okay. So listener, in this state of concern, I won't say panic, concern, for your friends, all of them, and the situation and the place you're in, and you're tired and you're haggard and you're worn out, you plant those toeless, footless stumps that you call feet down firmly on that bridge. Take your hands and grab your head, and you reach out with everything you have. And those of you around him can just see like these tendrils of power begin to snake off.
I love it.
Oh my God.
Nicely done.
That was very well timed. And you see the mists of spectral energy begin to coalesce and whirl in this maelstrom, this torrent around this creature, as spirits just begin to pull up from the very stone and earth itself, coming up from the glowing realms beneath the bridge. Just tons of them. 10, 20, 30, more than you can count, in various ragged and tattered forms, whirling around in this terrific vortex of spectral power around the abomination. It seems very confused. Listener, let's go ahead. That's a really good roll. 5 points.
You got it.
But you captured a big effect with that one.
Yes, listener is thinking to himself. Nicely done. This is my fault. I will not allow Az to be consumed by an abomination here in the spirit realm unless I am first reduced to a pile of ash on the ground. So we are pumping the juice into this.
All right. Let's see here. I gotta have a good one for this. This one. Boom. Boom. There we go. That deserved a visual effect.
Nice.
All right, so listener, you're holding that focus.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it will continue to cost points, and you're more or less immobilized until you're ready to let it peter out. It won't just go instantly away. There's too much going on. But once you stop focusing on it, the spirits will start to disperse. All right, so that's his turn, unless you have something else.
That's probably listener's whole ass turn right there.
All right. His turn. You know what? Let's get jiggy with it.
I hate it when abominations get jiggy with it.
So you see him fold his wings in. You can see like them cutting through the edges of the vortex as he folds them in.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear him just utter something powerful and guttural in an ancient language that just rings in the very core of your entire being. Some sort of early primordial tongue that no one has spoken in a million years. And you just feel this pulse of power draw out and then suck back in.
Ah, shit. Ah, shit.
All right. That's it for him, though. He's still in the middle of your vortex, and everything is obscured, as far as you know.
Mm-hmm.
Saoirse, you're up.
Best of hope.
Best of hope. Best of luck.
Yeah. She's just going to continue playing, doing her thing. She is playing this to protect Az now, and so everyone has the safest retreat possible. So she is maintaining her line, holding the line.
So, Saoirse, as an empathic creature, and a musician, and a Shanakesian, would you say that Saoirse is endearingly worried about Az, or is she just terrified in general?
Right now, I would say she is endearingly worried about Az.
All right. Give me a performance roll. Wow.
Ooh, big.
So, your focus, now granted, it's on the party, but your focus is on Az. You're worried. You don't want to see anything happen to your friend, this person that you've been with a lot and through a lot with. And you begin to just pour your heart and soul into what you're playing. And a little bit of that old Shanakesian spark starts to filter through your playing. That raw talent, that raw power that your people once just wielded like it was nothing. And it becomes a siren song to Az, in his simple mind, calling him home to you.
Aww.
Oh.
All right. Uki, you're up.
All right. I am going to load and fire my scoped musket.
Okay.
at advantage because you're firing into a grappled target.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's not grappled.
Oh, not anymore?
No, that was to break his grapple attempt.
Boom!
Not that she needed advantage.
Yeah.
Uki always hits. I thought we'd been over this.
When she's not falling off the rocky bit.
When she's not falling off the rocks. All right, so yeah, no, you think you strike him pretty solid through the vortex.
Okay.
Anything else?
That's one. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Is that one action?
Mm-hmm.
The 2. And then I should still have one pistol loaded, I think.
Yeah.
So I should fire one pistol.
Go for it.
Boom.
Another hit. All right.
All right. Whew. Thank you for that save earlier.
Speaking of Genesis, you're up.
And the confidence, right? It's the
Yeah. Well, the confidence is that ended, but it did save you that time.
Okay. I'm of two minds here. Right?
Okay.
Because I've mushed my fingers into this guy's brain already. And now he's in a situation where he's been smitten a couple times by this being that he continues to antagonize.
Smitten's a good word for it.
Smited?
Smote?
Smote?
Smoted.
Smoted?
So it's like that old song
just,
that Smoterin.
He's been for lack of a better word, he's been by the being. Yeah.
Yes. But you do see his attention drifting to Saoirse.
Okay. So his attention drifts. He's drifting towards her.
Yeah, it looks like he's about maybe to start making his way that direction.
But the being that hates him is still right there.
But trapped within an obscuring vortex of spectral energy.
So I can't see him.
I can't make out his details. You can tell he's in there.
Nothing I do has any effect, so...
You can do lots of stuff. What do you want to do?
The questions. Okay. Can I see Az from where I'm at?
Can you?
Over here?
Can you see
I
him?
can see him on. I can see him on the map. I don't know if that means I can see him.
Yeah, we've got dynamic lighting on. I think you should.
Okay, because you said obscuring darkness, and I was like,
Oh no,
is
that's
that
just a
around this
vortex.
guy, or
It's actually around him.
this guy.
Yeah, it's actually around him.
Not
Listeners.
around.
No, not around Az. Listener did
Okay.
that with a crit.
Okay.
Holy
So,
crit.
I have some interesting questions about the nature of the ability of domination.
Uh-oh.
This character that I'm looking at has an intelligence of 1 and a charisma of 1, right?
Currently, yes.
And the use of my abilities within the psychic realm requires intelligence saves, right?
Yes.
So I could pilot this individual over to us.
Probably with ease, yes.
Just walk him over. But
Freak on a
Angry
leash.
Vortex of Edgy wouldn't like that, would he?
Who knows?
I don't think anything's going to make him pleased with us, really.
He's just grumpy. He's old and cantankerous.
It would be great to get rid of that skeletonly dude, but we need to get Az out of there first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Listeners setting up a thing. Wilhelm's still holding. Is Wilhelm moving it at all to come join us?
Wilhelm's doing the Wilhelm thing. He's waiting for Az to get past him so he can be the last person out. It's behavior you're probably come to recognize in Wilhelm.
Can I grab? Can I kinesis Az over here?
Sure. You have the
Like
ability.
a scorpion lasso, just get. How far can I pull him? Because.
Can you see him?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's going to depend on rolls. But I mean, this is your bread and butter. You're a mentalist.
Okay. So we need to get both of them through. And we need, right after that, for listener to pop the thing.
The listener's
If that
maintaining the
works.
vortex right now.
Yes. It's expensive, but effective. Hopefully.
Popping them over here does nothing.
It gets him over here.
But they could physically run. I mean, and Az is already in his own way on his way over here anyway.
Mhm.
So, I think Genesis is gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here.
I gotta move my map so I can see where you went. Arrow, okay.
So I can still see them. We're in round 3, so we're not gonna get a cone. But I don't know that.
That's fair.
I'm in danger of this thing reaching out and hitting me because I'm way over here, but at least that takes me out of line with everyone else. And we kind of need to go back this route anyway. Unless I'm mistaken, and I can't really see past these stairs.
Hey, that's
I'm
all
pretty
right.
sure that's where we came up, right? Because that's the fire that I lit down there.
Run blind. Be scared. It's fine.
I can see this
Yeah.
on the overlay.
Yeah,
That's-
we did come out down there, but I do not remember if it was even remotely possible for us to exit again.
I don't either, but that's where we came from. And
Yes.
we're retreating, so we're going backward.
That's fine. No,
So
that's
that's
solid.
where I'm gonna be. And I'm gonna hold my action until listener or Az or Wilhelm require immediate assistance, since listener seems to be holding this entranceway off
Okay.
with this guy.
All
I'm
right.
just watching that situation, waiting for the chance to jump in and help out. But I'm not gonna mess with anyone's brains too much.
Okay. No, that's
It's
fine.
gonna be physical. It's gonna be entirely physical intervention.
All right. Just let me know.
Okay,
All right.
that's my turn.
Wilhelm.
Hmm. Wilhelm-based activities. I don't know if he has anything that would help as in its current state. Like, that would be a much more protracted treatment for feeble-minding.
Yes. Can't remember the last time I used that on somebody.
It's rude, man.
It is. It's a mean spell.
It's so rude. But he has reason to believe that the abomination is having a hard time seeing, if not completely blinded by this, right?
I mean, that would be the logical conclusion, yeah.
Can he lead Az by the hand? Can he step up, grab Az's hand, and just lead him away?
If Az will let you.
Az, will you allow it?
Huh?
Are you gonna resist if he tries to lead you by the hand?
Man, reflexes. But,
Like, you do recognize him as a comrade.
oh, okay.
A comrade associated with Saoirse, whose fun song has called you home.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. We'll go over there,
All right.
I guess.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, he doesn't resist. You can lead him.
All right. Am I allowed to move him off his turn, or what? What's up?
Yeah, you can move him.
Alright.
His turn is after yours anyway, so.
That's true. So I can get him back to here. Basically, that consumes Wilhelm's movement. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well, you haven't taken an action yet, unless you want to dash.
I was gonna dodge,
Okay, that's your call.
just in case.
So Az would be right up there with you.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Az, it's your turn as you are led. Do you want to do anything in particular?
There's a shiny rock over there.
It's a good move. I like it.
Yep. You can push on further. I don't think Wilhelm would stop you.
Yeah, if you want to go to Saoirse.
Yeah, you can push through if you want.
There's a shiny rock I found.
Poor Az. Alright. Do you want to move up further? You can. There you go.
Shoop.
Shoop-a-doo. Oh, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. You gotta be careful.
Alright. Listener.
The juice continues. I pour more spiritualist energy into maintaining the massive shrouding fog of weaknesses.
The full 5 points?
Yes.
Okay. You maintain. Are you moving at all? I'll let you get like a short half movement or something if you want to just...
Half movement for me is 5 feet, man.
It's something.
I take a step, yeah.
There you go. You're moving. Alright. Anything else?
Nah, that's listener for you.
Okay. His turn. So... So you see those wings come out,
Mhm.
and he just goes woof and lifts into the air. About 60 feet.
That's super rude.
And comes back down in front of the door, outside of the vortex.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks like he's turning to go back inside. And he kind of looks your general direction and says, "You'll never leave this place until you face me." And kind of takes that final step in.
Son of a bitch, I had a feeling.
But that does bring us out of combat.
We need to take some time, set up a camp, rest, and really take a good nap. I know
We
this is
gotta
a dangerous
build a
place.
house.
Yeah, we gotta
We gotta sow and harvest wheat.
we gotta dig into this mountainside, my guy. We're gonna need all the naps in the universe if we're gonna go up against this guy. We already know a lot of the things he did to us, right? We need to have helmets on. We need to prepare ourselves.
We
you guys need to
conduct
not be dumb and not poke
weeks-
people in the chest.
weeks of rehabilitative therapy on ass.
And when Az does come out of
upper
it,
body.
when Az does come out of it, maybe don't ask the divine creature, "Is that all you got?"
Oh my god!
I think I might have said that as well earlier, but Alice is the one who really put it into action.
He did. Because he hit him with that power word stunned. Az is like, "That's the best you got?" And I was like,
Oh my god!
okay.
The answer being, nah, I got more.
Yeah.
No bell.
God. Okay, we'll just stop him from speaking. It's fine. It's fine. I can grab his brain now. We're out of initiative.
Yes, and I do want to point out that unlike standard D&D, we do have a mentalist, and we do have a benevolent, and we do have a musician, and we do have a spiritualist that can literally get in there and piece Az's brain back together. So the 30 days without the specific clerical spells to heal feeble mind, it's a little different now.
Yeah.
Triage. What's over here? Like, I see a hole under those stairs. We could dig into that.
Which,
Yeah.
where are you looking?
Right here?
Oh, here? Or
Here.
down here? Wait, who's pinging?
This
That's
one's me, the red one.
Okay.
I'm pinging this one. Like, this looks like a potential place we can go next that isn't, you know, the,
We haven't gone that way
the
yet,
dude.
though.
No, we haven't gone this way.
And that's
haven't.
facing this. That's facing a walkway we haven't walked yet.
Exactly. It might be a place that we can go to,
But
you know,
I'm
get
just
out of
saying
here.
that I haven't passed that yet. I passed here and going this way, so I
Yeah.
would have seen this. I wouldn't have seen a doorway facing
Are you
down
talking
this
about?
way.
You're talking about digging into the ruin and hiding,
Yeah.
basically.
My character wouldn't have seen the door over here, even though it's on the overlay. It's over there, facing out. It's a light from
Oh, it's all right.
who knows
there's
where.
there's plenty of
Oh,
other lovely places.
I wasn't speaking for Genesis. I was speaking myself. Like, oh, hey, party. Here's a like place we can go.
No,
Yeah.
this is my character suggesting that we get, like, if we're gonna, this thing just said we're not gonna leave here unless we fight. So, therefore, we need to be at full health. We need to be awake, alert, have all of our abilities and all of our faculties about us, instead of going into this with half health from another fight. And
So-
patching listener up with a sunstone. That was not acceptable. We need
Yeah.
to be ready for this, because this guy just, like, hit me for who knows how much. I only took half of it, so I don't know actually how much the full damage would have been. I probably would have died.
Yeah. Saoirse's going to say, we don't need to be here. This
I feel like
place
we've heard
is,
that.
this place is draining our energy. Like, by the very second, if we wait too much longer, then we might become a part of this plane. Before we even get a chance to do something about him, I think we should look for another way out. There might be another way
We were
out. There
just
has
told
to
that
be.
We can't leave here until we face him. Why would you think there's another exit
Well,
from
you
this
might have just been
being
talking trash.
that clapped us?
You can't exactly depend on a creature like him to be honest all the time.
Saoirse's
I mean,
going to
we've
say
been
exactly
frightened,
that.
We've been intimidated. We've been bullied around by this guy, and he just walks back in the house and closes the door. Dang kids on my lawn.
Pretty much.
So that's the vibes we're getting, and we're like,
Well, I mean, I could have flown over to where you were instead of doing
no,
that.
I appreciate
I mean,
you not doing that.
We can retcon this if you.
No,
it's fine.
Listen.
Saoirse's-
Listen. It's fine. It's fine. It's
We can
So-
totally do some retcon.
From talking to listener, there are multiple empathic nexuses and black gates throughout Cairn, right? There has to be other exits. He can't be the only one. There has to be more. We just have to find another.
Genesis looks over at this thing and this thing and goes back
Oh,
over here.
those aren't even bad. Those are just like normal.
You think I know what normal looks like?
It is funny that what was bad when you came into this place is now not as bad as.
Just whatever. The worst that can be is a malignant.
Hey, remember the wall back there?
Yeah, the wall was
I
messed
have
up.
a secret.
The wall is a problem.
That was
It's just
beautiful. That was
looking
so
around
beautiful.
like, what?
It was so beautiful. I have got Genesis with so many of those. Like the fungus lady that was like, hey cutie, what's up?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
My tonsils have not recovered.
It's been a whole thing. But listener, if addressed with Saoirse's comment that there are multiple black gates and nexuses, and there may be some other way out. There may be other exits in the spirit realm broadly. It's impossible to know where they go. But I believe our true problem is that we have wandered into that creature's domain, over which he may have full control. Might indeed be impossible to leave unless he so desires it or is destroyed.
Wait, what's a spirit realm? This
Who's
place is
speaking
great.
right now?
This place
Come
is great.
this way,
I don't
Az.
ever want to go anywhere. Like,
I'm
Come
just
this
reading
way,
his
Az.
confusion. That's all. Like,
We will have to reassemble your mind.
Yeah, Az cannot language right now.
I want some ice cream.
he's just like, huh? And I'm like, I can feel the hit me like a wave. Like, oh my god.
So,
Stop.
like I said, it has been a long time since I've hit someone with feeble mind. It is a mean spell, but we're gonna go ahead and wrap here. When we come back, you guys can we'll talk about what you guys have done as far as resting and if it was successful, we'll make some rolls. It's not the safest place in the world, but you guys did good. Nobody died. That's a win. That's a win. That's a big win. So think about your tactics. You got the 2 weeks. For everybody else, and you guys too, of course. Wednesday, we will be back with Out of the Abyss, Weird West, The Deadlands. Thursday will be episode 3 of Gamma World, Melody of Mayhem. And then Saturday, we'll be back with Sigil Confidential. Back aboard the Haruspecs. Things are getting weird. Well, they've been weird for a while, let's be honest.
Yeah, it's weird in a good way. Like, the tides of battle have turned in our favor, and that's without the scrubber bringing in help.
Oh, yes. But yes, so we will be back. Definitely stay tuned. 2 weeks, we'll return to this story. Next Saturday, we'll be back at Sigil Confidential. You don't want to miss any of these. Be sure to join our Discord. Lots of new short shot games coming up. Star Trek's next in line, followed by one that's run by Billy Zed. I am really excited about. I don't want to spoil any surprises, but I actually hope that he'll let me play in it because I'm so excited. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're having a lot of fun. We got a lot of big plans. You don't want to miss them. So please join us. Hang out. Tell your mom. Tell your friends. Tell your kids. Tell your dog. Tell your cat. Tell your mouse. Tell the insects outside to bug off. And we'll see you soon.
Kai Kai.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
nice.